Hi everyone and welcome. This is Alex here of Advice by Alex on Etsy, and I'm here to do your full moon in Virgo reading, March 2022. Today is Thursday, March 17th, 2022, but the full moon is on Friday, March 18th, 2022. But you can see it in the sky. It's really pretty. But hopefully you guys are doing well. And also, if you guys like this channel, I ask that you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that way you get all the future uploads of all my videos as well. And if you too would like to send or get a personalized angel reading with me, I will leave that information in the description box below, along with the information for getting a free reading in a weekly angelic message video. And also, when you guys send in your question for a free reading in the weekly angelic message video, please send your name and your date of birth. And if there's a person involved, their name and their date of birth, and only the initials and date of birth will be read for confidentiality reasons. And if you watch the weekly angelic message video every week, I will be able to you'll be able to know when your reading is up because of the initials and date of birth part. It's on a first come first serve basis, and why not take advantage of it? It is free, so why not take advantage? And how do you all like my little lamp here? Because I just put in a light bulb for it, and because I got one, and I think it really does the trick here. It gives me a little extra lighting in the background, I guess, if you want to say. But I think it's pretty cool. But also, I did want to point out, really quickly, is that I do have my candle here, and we're sending some Reiki energy along with this reading. So, we do have that going on. But yeah, I think that's all the announcements. If you have not checked out the podcast, check out the podcast. Don't forget to check out the March special for the one question 24-hour turnaround for $5. Normally it is $15 on Etsy, so go check it out. And also, if you guys have not checked it out, I added emergency readings for either same day or the very next day. And things like that. So that is there. The 30-minute one is $60, and the hour one is $120. So it's basically a step up from a regular one. A regular 30-minute one is $30, and a regular hour is $60. So that is definitely there. But yeah, so that is that. I was like, what is that sound? And then it was my neighbor upstairs. But anyway, let us get in here into the reading. I think I covered all my bases with the announcements. I'm all over the place today. And it's one of those days where I'm like hyper right now for whatever reason. I think it's just because I drove up north and I drove back down south. Potato patata. I did see my mom today for the dinner and everything. Okay, so this moon is going to be called a worm moon. A worm moon. So I am getting this information from refinery29.com. So what we need to know about the Virgo full moon. So it says, when we talk about Pisces and Pisces season, we often speak of the dissolution of borders and boundaries. The Pisces archetype dream hops and time travels, feels itself a part of everything and belonging to no one. Yet Pisces season is also a season that casts Virgo influence and stark relief. Virgo being the sign of inventory, of category, and by extension, critical separation. What is one to make of a Virgo full moon? That it hasn't already made it of itself. Tireless, the Virgo full moon gathers the dispersed reflection of the Pisces sun, trying to make meaning where meaning dissolves. This duality isn't a fixed one. How could it be when neither sign stays fixed? Rather, they live and flow, one energy complementing the other in this synergy that is also found in the Two of Cups tarot card. And above that, the Lovers. It just so happens that the Lovers card is associated with 2022. And so the theme of the Lovers feels particularly potent. When it comes to illuminations and the tarot, few people are better of mind. Da-da-da-da. That part wasn't important. The different archetypes we try on are all connected, and we loosen our grip and not have such a narrow gaze. It's about taking those boxes you will put yourself in. It's about really trying to deconstruct and dismantle these boxes. She speaks to the ways that the Lover's card encourages us to seek how dualities exist together, how new combinations, new unions are a form of intervention and innovation. The Virgo full moon loves boxes. She loves to acquire them, give them a purpose and a place. With this full moon making a trine to Pluto and Capricorn, whatever fills these boxes also burdens them. There's a sense that the information we're working with, the things that we have come up and seek attendance, are older than the present moment and outside time. Neptune's loose conjunction to the Sun and sextile both Pluto and Capricorn and the North Node in Taurus only serves to stretch time further. In many words and countless irritations, the future is the present is past. The vibes are psychic, and everything within us is looking for a release. If the valve opens under the stars of Virgo, then the valve is a tight opening, and tight openings, we know, are quick to rupture. The influence of this illumination is persistent, knowing that what we want before we know it, giving us what we want before we are ready for it. Under the Virgo full moon perceptive light and the 2 weeks that recover from it, it's likely that in the search for a release we might find ourselves returning to old habits, old haunting grounds, and old coping mechanisms unconsciously. It is important to remember that any form of return, including relapse and repartition, is an opportunity to recognize difference. You are different from who you are. It is different from what you remember. Nothing stays the same. The past self you meet at these places of rupture has been waiting for you. It means to integrate. It wants you to know that all yourselves are necessary where you are going, and none of them, not even the one you feel you know, knows where it will end up. This should be an interesting full moon. So that is basically the gist on that one. So basically it looks like we're trying to refill the boxes and put them into place, basically, is my understanding of that little scenario. But you can always look up more information on your own. So let us get in here to the fun portion of the night, which is my favorite deck, the Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland, Oracle deck. So we can see that the full moon is coming into play for me because I'm getting scattered brained. Oh my goodness. It's one of those things. Okay. Clear. Okay. What does everybody need to know for the Virgo full moon for March 2022. What does everybody need to know for the Virgo full moon in March 2022? Okay, listen. It's going to be an interesting full moon, that's for sure. Okay. Okay. So the first card here is that we have is listen. So it's all about what the angels are really saying. It's about a time of listening and remembrance. So remembering how far we have come, remembering what paths that we need to go on still. So looking how far we have come from the journey. And it's okay. The angels are saying it's okay to reminisce, but just think of it this way is what they're saying, is that remember to reminisce on the good things and not the bad things. So not to pack the bad things in the boxes, but remember to packing the good things in the boxes. So listening to your spiritual team of love and light to be able to step outside of that comfort zone of your what you knew before is where you want to is different from where you want to go. And that was such a hard message to be able to come across. So that is definitely there, and it is card number 2. Listen. So meditate, meditate, meditate. In my opinion. So the next card here is that we have is balance. Card number 2. 2. Oh my god. Like, angel numbers right here, people. How funny. Next we have is the find balance. So it's all about finding the balance that we are looking. So since we are putting things into boxes and we're trying to put labels on things, we're trying to find balance. We're trying to find where we are out of balance and things like that. And we've been talking about that for the last week or so. Is the message of balance. So bringing your life from chaos into balance, basically. So that is the name of the game. The name of the game of where we are at. I am really being goofy today. This is purely my authentic self. If you want to know my authentic self, I'm a very goofy person. So this is what I do. I'm a bit quirky and things like that, so that's okay. Quirky is a good thing. But the next card here is that we have is the base chakra, card number 1, and it is all about going back to our roots. So we're going back to our foundation to be able to see how we can improve things in our life and what brought us happiness and our joy. So it's rediscovering the root of our foundation of where we came from, basically. So that seems to be the theme of the full moon here, is that we're rediscovering where we came from and packing away the good things. So, and the good things have a exciting key or more surprises down the road. So that is exciting. So the next card here is that we have is refusing to see, and the reason I laughed earlier was because it was card number 2. So we have 3 2s, angel numbers. Refusing to see. So in upright we are refusing to see. We are refusing to see, but in reverse we are not refusing to see what needs to be put into perspective. So if we've been feeling unsure and we're not seeing things clearly before, we are going to be seeing things more clearly. And this is all becoming like a theme in this reading, it seems like that. So, very, very cool. The next card here is Blossom in reverse. Card number 2, or card number 20, but reduced down it is card number 2. So things are going to be blossoming slowly from this transition into the new chapter in your life. Things are going to be happening slowly, where it's not going to be all at once, but it's going to go back to that firm foundation, and then it will grow from there. It's like planting the seed and allowing the seed to grow. So that's where we are at, basically. So the overall card here is that we have is card number 8 in reverse, which is dedicated effort. And this is all about, we will be putting effort into the new us, but it's going to be a slower process because it will be a little bit painful to release some of those old habits and those old ways of doing things. And we just have to find a solution that is around the obstacle. So that's basically where it is. It's going to be a slow effort into finding the solution that is around. And that also goes back to refusing to see as well. So that is there. Alright, so next we have is the balance card. And it is card number 14, reduced down is card number 5. And again, it's along the theme of balance. So bringing balance into our life. So that is definitely there. So let us pull some from the Moonology deck, as it is appropriate for a full moon. Alright. So this is the Moonology deck. So what does everybody need to know? What does everybody need to know at this time? At this time. Alright. Oh. I love this. Okay, so the first card here is that your hard work is paying off. And that is going back to that other card with the new moon and Capricorn. So we are working hard, and the dedicated effort card. So it's going to be in a slow process. So it's going to be one of those things where Capricorn is a slower moving energy, of course. So it's going to take some time for us to be able to step into that new version of ourselves. And I love that analogy of unpacking or putting things into boxes. I love that. That's really awesome. So the next card here is that we have is Step Out of Your Comfort Zone in North Node, which basically is all about stepping out of the old you and into the new you. So that is what it's representing. So I really like this full moon. This is exciting. I'm very happy for it. And I'm going to draw one card from the Angel Prayer deck as well. So what does everybody need to know overall? What is the one overall message that everybody needs to know? Ooh! And it is Shine Your Light with Archangel Uriel. Thank you, Uriel, for helping me to share my light with the world. So whatever you are putting away in those boxes, remember those are pieces of the puzzle that are forming you in an essence of your soul that is shining the light to the world. So it's all about putting those puzzle pieces together that you will find the answer in how you shine your light and how you shine your gifts. So that is the message of the full moon. I hope you have a very wonderful day. God bless you all, and take a rest and meditation and contemplation for the full moon. And I will talk with you very soon. God bless you, everybody, and I will talk with you very soon. Bye, everybody.